I'm not going to mess about with boats, although it's slightly quicker. I'm just going to we'll merge here. Merge in, where's that? Boulogne. So 2 armies going into Boulogne. There's 2 armies here actually as well, they can go there as well. There's a few days, 9th of February, 10th of February, 14th of February, so there's a few days march for those guys. So that's 2 more. There's no rush for us to get there immediately, so they can all sort of meander their way across into Boulogne. They will merge together, and that's the force that will sweep through Flanders. Okay, so that's that sorted. These guys will have to converge in the halfway point. We'll get some boats ready for them and they can sail across to England. Where shall we start in England? That's the question. I think what we'll do is we'll get some boats for these ones. Let's get some boats. 6, 8, that's 1400, that should be enough. So if we put them in the boats, probably quicker if we go around to pick him up. He gets in the boats and then they sail around to England and they'll pick up a few more of these vassals, a few more of these men, and once they're merged together, sail across with these guys, and I think we'll attack the King's homelands, Middlesex, Bedford and Essex. I think we'll attack that first. So I'm just going to put it onto 1 speed whilst this all sort of pans out, so I can see what's going on. We'll be very slow, of course, but I don't want any missteps, you know. The king is going to find himself in a world of hurt. Magnificent Duke George, Duke Fulk of Lancaster, is going to join my call to war. Thank you, my lord. Much appreciated. Oh, at least we've got some allies against the king. Here we go. There they are. Oh, she's not going to join. She's chickened out. Okay, well then we'll go to war against you then, love, and take your lands as well. Oh, and he can't join as well. Oh man. Just bear with me. I thought we were looking good for a minute there. We have some allies at least. How many men can they muster? About 500? That's not going to do too much, unfortunately. It's better than nothing though, don't be ungrateful. Right, merge these units. Can he now get into the boats? There we go. Aww. What they're doing, they're trying to sweeten me with their little words. Oh, the marvellous Duke George, the honourable Duke George, the mighty Duke George, we can't join you. We'd love to, but we've got a hair appointment. Right, so they're ready to go. So we're going to sail those guys down to here. These are merged. We're going to give them a better leader. We're going to give them Sylvester, my cousin, Earl of Thomond. He's going to lead that particular army for now. I'll just have the one leader for now. 1100 men. Let's get some boats if we can. How many is that? 3. 12. Excellent. So sail them into port. Okay, so this army is quite big, raring to go, besieging Boulogne. Going to be joined by this army as well. It's going to take them up to 2,500 men. I think that's a little bit of a mismatch here. 2,600 men, probably a mismatch, but we'll work with it. My dear Duke, I want to thank you for your virtuous rule. You are an inspiration to me. Well, thank you so much. Praise from a bishop, who would have thought it? Duke George is really moving up in the world. Right, get in the boats, and we'll take him over to the Strait of Dover, ready and waiting. All of these guys, we're gonna stick them in the boats also. Where's he going? He's going to Somerset. Right, we're going to merge everybody now. All the boats will be merged. All the armies will be merged. 1,300 men. Sail them to Dover as well. Okay. Merge. Merge. Right, have him head the main army. Have a bishop, the one who is an inspiration, or who thinks I'm an inspiration to him. Have, well, he hates my guts. Have him lead the right flank, and have the mayor of Guerend or Guerande man the left. Let's get ourselves moving, starting with Essex. Okay, so he's going to move to Essex, start besieging Essex. These are besieging Boulogne already. 2,700 men, 2,500 men and 1,500. Now perhaps I could have split these two down further so that we have 4 armies. Might be a little bit quicker, besieging 4 settlements at a time, but we'll work with it. And now we bump it up to 2 speed. These boats are mightily expensive, we need to get rid of these. We'll dock them here and disband them. My ally here is fighting for my honour, which is a pleasure to see. And there we go. The war for my son's claim on England has begun. We are in 1155. Will we make it? Will we conquer everything before Duke George dies? We'll have to see. So before I go any further, I'm just going to take a quick peek at certain things now. My son is still imprisoned from that heinous plot he schemed against me. Let's go through all the various things here. See what my people are doing. He doesn't need to fabricate claims in Connacht anymore. In fact, he doesn't need to fabricate claims anywhere right now, so perhaps we can put him to better use. Maybe trying to persuade some of my vassals to change their opinions of my noble rule. Starting with the Mayor of Brest, perhaps. I think the Mayor of Brest is within Leon, so I think we'll move our Chancellor down there. Or maybe we should just let him relax at home. Why would we do that? My marshal's training troops in my capital, which is perfectly fine. My steward is collecting taxes in my capital, scheming in my capital. For now, that'll do. And we're going to court chaplain. What's he doing? He's in Nantes, improving religious relations. Religious relations in Nantes. Let's have a look here. Who is the bishop in that part of town? No, it's not him. But he would be worth maybe giving a title to, in fact. High Almoner. And that takes him into the positive. And therefore he should give me his taxes. Marvellous. Bishop of Saint-Germain's given me taxes. The Bishop of Tréguier. The Bishop of Fécamp is also giving me taxes. So all my bishops are giving me taxes, it looks like. 1, 2, 3. There's a 4th one. So it's just this guy that's not. To be quite frank with you, he's deep in the red, so I'm going to change my court chaplain's allocation here, and we're going to put him on researching cultural tech in Rouen, my capital, because their legalism isn't as high as it was in Cornwall, and therefore if we can manage to sponsor it up a bit, we might be able to increase this little value up to 5, which would be great. Okay, so we're going to keep that ticking over now. So that's my council members taken care of. My laws can be changed slightly now. Now, do I want to miff the people off, or do I want to just leave things as they are right now? I think while we're at war, battling for England, I think it'd be best if we perhaps don't anger the vassals any further and just leave things as they are for now. Yeah, limited crown authority in France, so we can wage war within de jure lands of France. Oh, look at that. All this time, and that's all it took. Straight away I put him there, and my legalism increases, which means I can now have 5 lands, just a click of a fingers. I should have put him there far sooner, but I read on one of the comments pages that this was a good tip to do, and boy, were they right. Straight away. Right, we can't move him just yet because he just only just gone there, but as soon as his tenure is over, we'll move him back into Nantes to increase relations. And apparently with my great martial ability I have rounded up and executed some robber bands that were plaguing Cornwall. Is it just me, or the older this man gets, the more able he's becoming? Yes, he's still a drunkard, gluttonous, slothful man, but he's achieving quite a bit on behalf of the Fleming dynasty. Call me Duke George the Great. Self-proclaimed, of course. But yeah, if he manages to survive long enough for this to happen, for England to pass into the hands of his son, I think there's an argument there to suggest that he could well be the greatest Fleming ruler. Maybe, maybe not. Was it Duke George I, the founding father? Or maybe Duke George I of Normandy, II of Cornwall, conquering a whole duchy in one swoop and placing the very first Fleming ruler on the throne. That's 2 quite mighty fine feats to have to your name. Imagine if he wasn't, even if he wasn't drunken and gluttonous, how much more he might have achieved in his life. Anyway, I think it makes for great storytelling, this game. It just throws in some great things for you, and the whole principle of forging your own dynasty, your own story, it's what draws me to this game and why I've enjoyed it so much. I hate all these messages about the siege as well. Attacking force weakens, and no, the morale of the defenders is increased, and blah de blah, and all this hullabaloo going on. Of course, we can't see how well the king is doing in the other wars following crown authority and such, because we're no longer part of England. Right, somebody's died, marvellous. Somebody sallied forth and a blow was struck to my attacking forces, maybe. Whoop-de flaming doodies. Right, we're actually still gaining +4 per turn, even though we have levies in the field, which is actually quite promising because we have a bit of money to spend. Now, I wasn't actually initially going to do this, but if we have money to spend, and it's more important for us to finish this war quickly, then perhaps I could have a 4th army in the field if I hire mercenaries. The cheapest ones, of course, they do cost 6. Oh, that's not the right one. These ones here, they do cost 11. I'll go with these ones. I'm after numbers rather than any sort of quality of troops. But 11.34 per turn. I'm gaining 4 per turn, so that'll take me to -7 per month. I can sustain that for quite some time before I start to lose money drastically, and once I'm tempted, you know, just to speed things up a bit. These ones are even cheaper, only slightly. But take me down to 260 something. I'll do it. I'll do it. Or rather, Duke George I of Normandy will do it. Right. Let's help these guys out with Flanders. Take him across to Artois initially, and let them crack on. So we're losing about 7 per month. When we get down to about maybe 75 coins, we'll disband them. Oh, they're at war with somebody. What's this? Somebody's sticking their beak in here. Victory, and we march on. Okay, everything seems to be going smoothly here. All the war scores increasing. So this is just a time of patience right now. England are amassing a force together. This is the King's army himself. Now if we could capture and kill the king, would that instantly end the war score? It's almost worth trying to chase him down here just to see if we can kill him. I'm so tempted to do that. If we could capture and kill him, that would be it. Oof, just like that the war would be over. And he's heading to Worcester to try and lift this siege. Right, where's Essex? We're sieging Colchester. As soon as the siege of Colchester in Essex is finished, this army is going to go hunting for the king's head. Oh yes indeed. We could end this war quicker than I even imagined. Maybe my vassal could even do it. That would be hilarious if my vassal would lop the king's head off. Well, or capture him, one or the other, I don't care. It would be quite something. Right, we're waiting for the siege of Colchester. Siege of Colchester, come on. End quickly so we can go hunting for this dog. He's going to Derby. The army of the king. Is it worth chasing him around England? He's going a bit further afield now. He's going to Warwick. Okay, we're victory in Colchester, so before we start sieging the next place, which is Malden, I'm going to try it. Where's he going? He's heading to Leicester. So what I'll do is I'll head to Lincoln initially. Just see if we can sort of chase him down a bit. This is going to be interesting. I've never in this game specifically tried to end a war by killing the leader of the other force, but this is a great opportunity to end this war quickly. Right, we can arrest or we can assassinate. Just go for the arrest. We're not barbarians here. What's he doing? He's resting in Leicester. Now this is where I put into operation a tip given to me by I can't remember who it was, regarding army movements. Now if I was to click this army into Leicester, this army will run away because he's outnumbered and outmatched. However, if I click this army into Derby, walking through Leicester, he won't run. Or maybe he will. Oh. Maybe I've been sold a googly here. He is running. And the chase is on. Okay, here we go. We're suffering a little bit of a penalty here for a river crossing, but we should still win this fight. And if we can obliterate this army and capture the king, the war may be over. Fingers crossed, folks. This is a pivotal choice, a pivotal decision here. No. 8% on the war score. Where's he going? Northampton. I'll head you off at the pass.